65 years, my fingers reach through fog, tracing the shape of a sun I can barely recall. Every morning, I polish the hope I keep hidden. Rituals of kindness, scrubbing, forgiving. Each word a coin slipped into wishing wells. Each call an echo cast into empty halls. I planted sunflowers in rooms where shadows settled. Whispered, look, I'm here, I'm here. So faces turned away, unmoved, unsettled. But hearts can't always bloom with only one gardener. And sometimes the soil just won't give. You can't grow a forest with a single seed, no matter how much you believe. I've been loving like a garden in the dark, hoping for the sun to find my heart. Head back kneeling, faith mistaken for spark, pretending every tiny part. Water with longing, trim disappointment, chasing the wild bloom of belonging. Love can't always start where it's never been seen as art. The years crept by, each one thinning my soil. Garden gates rusted, hinges groaning from the toil. Past grew brittle, trust wore thin. Memory of laughter pale as old tin. Now my love waits behind fences, measured and small. A dog that wags but won't answer the call. I've learned that unconditional means empty palms. A lesson written in the lines of my face. Still every dusk a stubborn root remains. A dandelion heart aching for rain. There's longing here that refuses to die. A hope in the blue hush of sky. I've been loving like a garden in the dark, hoping for the sun to find my heart. Head back kneeling, faith mistaken for spark, pretending every tiny part. Watered with longing, trim disappointment, chasing the wild bloom of belonging. But love can't always start where it's never been seen as art. I can't keep pouring myself out into hands that never close. I've learned to measure my giving, to guard what I chose. But somewhere a dandelion lifts its face, believing in rain, believing in grace. I ache for warmth that isn't earned by bleeding, for kindness that arrives without needing. Maybe love is the lesson of letting go, of tending your own wild heart, to shelter the root that survived the frost, to know when to stop and restart. I've been loving like a garden in the dark, hoping for the sun to find my heart. Head back kneeling, faith mistaken for spark, pretending every tiny part. Watered with longing, trim disappointment, chasing the wild bloom of belonging. But love can't always start where it's never been seen as art. Even now, in the blue hush of evening, a stubborn root won't be pulled free. I still believe in rain and gentle returning, and maybe one day the sun will find me. Probably not.